My family, music and film.
My friends, probably, in no particular order, it'd be like my friends, girlfriend, and music. Probably the three that together, they're the three things I probably couldn't live without.
Family are really important to me. I mean, just like most people, I'd do anything for my family. Friends are also really important. I've got some friends that I've grown up with which are also like family. And we treat each other the same. Like I'm like family to them, and we know each other's actual family and stuff like that. So that's really nice. Really important to surround yourself with nice people who will look out for you when you need looking out for, and likewise. I've recently become a dad for the first time. I know that's part of family, but that's like a new perspective on the whole idea of family and responsibility and stuff like that. So that's interesting experience.
Oh, I'd probably have to say my faith in Jesus, my family, and being happy, I suppose.
Family. First.
Family, without a doubt.
Health.
Health. And
Well, I wish there was peace, but I don't know about
world peace, yeah. I was going to say world peace as well, but that's obviously...
That matters
health,
because we worry about, obviously, our own family in case any sort of war erupts or anything.
Lying down with Dad, listening to One Direction. We used to do that all the time, not just with like One Direction. Like we used to watch films and stuff like that, like Tangled. So I always watch Tangled and think of, that, and it's special.
I remember being at nursery, not like lots of it, that's probably as far back as I can go. I can remember being at nursery and like dressing up in like the Power Rangers costumes and things like that, getting into fights over who could be the red one. That's probably as far back as I think I can go, really.
I don't know whether it's my earliest, but one of my very earliest memories is going to Dudley Zoo with my nan. And this was when they used to have elephants there, so, going back years. And my nan was looking at one of the elephants, and you could get right close to them, and one of the elephants sucked up a load of stones and shot them at my nan, and my nan did the typical thing with a handbag and hid behind that, and that's just stuck in my memory.
Oh gosh, I think I'd have to say my granddad. I just remember the fun times because my granddad passed away when I was young. So my earliest memory is the fun times that we had as family, and we'd always go for Sunday dinner to my nan and granddad's house. So I guess, family times, I think.
I think when I was a little girl, and we had a very long garden, but my dad didn't like gardening, so we all had to help a little bit, and I suppose that's one of my first memories. Oh, and one is when I was at school, because I was the smallest and youngest in the class, I had to present a leaving gift for the sweetest lady teacher, and I didn't like to show my arms, and I was really shy, but I did it in the finish, but that's one of the things I remember.
And you, Grandad?
I think mine was going to the shops more than anything, walking, because it's quite a distance where we lived before we moved to Pattingham, and going to the shops, different shops,
What did you buy from the shops?
Shampoos for the ladies and things like that, well, that's what they used to take advantage in there, really, I suppose. And food sometimes, which was good. And me being a bit older, I used to have to go up for the orange juice that was rationed just after the war, might as well be honest, and that was a walk up the road as well, to the pub, into the off licence, but you don't know what I'm on about, do you, don't you?
No, I don't.
Ooh.
One thing I wish I never heard. That I eat too much. That's what my teacher said. I was eating a packet of crisps and he's like, do you ever stop eating? I'm like, whoa. Yeah. No, but can I say when Mum told me that she was disappointed in me? That's the first thing that popped into my head.
I can't really think of like a specific one really. Mostly just kind of like, you know, whenever people are mean, you know, just whenever like in school or wherever. I used to get bullied when I was in like year 8, around by then. I just remember, not like specific examples, just that kind of feeling that you weren't liked in your own kind of friend group, which kind of, it just makes you feel like horrible really. So that's something where I wish I never had to go through that, and I hope no one else like has to go through that.
I suppose to do with like past relationships and friendships that have just either broken down like dramatically or found their sort of natural conclusion. Things that were said, I suppose, are just like silly things that have probably said in the heat of the moment.
I suppose one thing, when somebody said that Greg, our son, was retarded, and he's not retarded, and that quite upset me. That was completely the wrong word to use.
Who is Greg? Just
Greg's our son. He's our oldest child, and he has Down syndrome, but he's very, very bright. You know, we're extremely lucky with him. You know, we've got 3 lovely children and 5 lovely grandchildren.
Mine is a very similar thing, actually. A person was making fun of somebody disabled, and I didn't like that. But they said it to me to get rid of him, and I didn't like that at all.
Probably like a boring answer, but I'd have to say my grandma, because she lives in Jamaica, so I can only see her every so many years, because obviously you can't just like go around the corner to see her. And yeah, I miss her a lot whenever I don't get to see her often.
I've been really fortunate, to be fair, with everybody who's in my life at the moment have been in my life for a long time. So I'm very, very fortunate on that part. But it would perhaps be my granddad. So he passed away when I was 11, so many years ago. But yeah, I just kind of like miss him, kind of, and like a little bit of regret that I didn't have a better relationship with him. Him passing away when I was quite young, but then my granddad on my dad's side I'm very close to, and he's like well into his 80s now. But I'm aware that I didn't have that relationship with my granddad on my mum's side, which is just like, yeah. So I suppose I miss him in a way, just the fact that I never had that opportunity to have like that bond with both sets of granddads. But yeah,
long time.
My best friend, yeah, she got married about 5 years ago, and since she's been married, she doesn't keep in touch with me, and I really miss her because we were so close. We used to see each other all the time. She'd come round here and have a tea with us, and she was a true best friend. And then since she's got married, that's it. She's almost doesn't want to know her friends anymore.
I think my mum.
Parents, absolutely.
My mum, because she's the last. Like my dad died 30 years ago, but my mum only died 7, 8 years ago, and I still miss her every day.
So.
Same for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost my dad when he was 54. So, yeah.
Are you all right? But it's not like not saying that like I'm like depressed. I just like, or yeah,
How are you actually doing?
good.
The question which kind of came to mind first was more so just, I don't know, what music have you been listening to recently? Just because it gives you an excuse to talk about albums or whatever.
Well, what music have you been listening to recently?
A lot of Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar mostly, A Tribe Called Quest, MF Doom. They're the three that I've listened to probably most recently, and Killer Mike as well. So yeah.
Cool.
I think going back to my faith, it's someone wanting to know, you know, why I've chosen to follow Jesus. Because as a Christian, my dream would be to bring more people to God's kingdom. So for people to ask me questions about my faith, I guess it would be a question I'd like.
That's cool. Is there anything you want me to tell me about your faith right now that you just want to share?
You know, if you do, if anyone has any sort of interest or questions, or you know, any wonders about Christianity, then it is good to ask. So it's life changing when you do give your life to Jesus.
Then my wife had asked me if I'd play more golf. Edit that one out.
I think if someone had said to me, would you adopt a disabled child, I would have said yes. You know, if we could have had another child who has Down syndrome, perfect.
It's a nice answer.
Good one.
Thank you for answering all my questions.
No worries.
Thank you for coming to help me out.
Thank you, no problem.
It's been great.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Bye bye.